Today it's known as the Redbull Ring, but in the 1970s this circuit was called the Osterreichring, and it was one of the fastest racetracks in the world. Opened in 1969 to replace the Zoutweg airfield circuit, the Osterreichring was built with one goal in mind: speed. The original layout stretched nearly 6 kilometres through the Styrian Mountains, following the natural rise and fall of the terrain. There were no chicanes and no modern runoff areas, just grass, gravel and barriers lining the edge of the circuit. A lap began with a downhill rush into the Hellelicht curve, a high-speed right-hander taken almost flat out. From there, the track climbed steeply uphill through a long sweeping bends where drivers kept the throttle pinned for a huge portion of the lap. The Osterreichring wasn't just about skill, it was about commitment. Drivers loved the flow, but the danger was impossible to ignore. As speeds increased, the circuit stayed the same. By 1977, serious safety concerns emerged after multiple accidents. The Osterreichring would later be shortened and transformed into the safer, tighter Redbull Ring. But the hills still echo with the memories of an era when racing meant pushing fear aside and chasing speed without compromise. The weapon of choice in today's race is a 1974 Porsche 911 RSR. Massive flares, lightweight body, pure function and zero compromise. A 3-litre air-cooled flat 6, 330 brake horsepower, just over £2,000. In 1974 it won the 24 Hours of Daytona outright, beating even the prototypes. No computer, no driver aids. The RSR 3-litre didn't just race, it defined Porsche performance. So join me in this beautiful venue where we can see what this 70s legend can really do. Quick 15-minute sprint here at the Osterreichring, a beautiful map that I've been driving these 70s GT cars around this week. As you'll see from the intro, this map is so well modelled in this game. It really does invite some great racing as we go down to the Hellelicht curve for the first time. Going to take my time trying to work through the pack today. Don't want to push anything because it's quite a big lock-up going into the Hellelicht curve for the first time. The AI does struggle sometimes just to not get backed up at the start. And we go through the very quick section now, up to the first big corner of the lap. Been really enjoying this Porsche this week as well. It's been a really nice car to drive. I think in this sim the force feedback feels brilliant, and of course only about 60 of these cars made at the time. Not many still racing today, so being able to jump into a sim like this as we come down the first time to the Bosch curve. We are just going to try and let this pack spread out a little bit. The Corvettes will definitely have a lot more straight line speed than us as we go up the inside of this Porsche. I think the one thing that AMS2 does well as a sim is really replicates these classic racing till its full amount. I think many sims now rely on a lot on modern cars, GT3s and prototype cars. I think it's nice to finally find a sim that enjoys its more retro content. Of course my last video was on the 2005 set of cars they released to the game a couple of months ago, which I've also really been enjoying. But I just thought this combination was certainly a beautiful one. First time I've been around the older Redbull Ring. It really is impressive, very quick track. Of course very dangerous of its time. Formula 1 actually came away from it for many years due to its innate danger. try and shoot up the inside there. Keep it in third.
Car left.
As we go over the grass here, trying to gather it back together.
Clear left. Looks like that was outside track limits.
Not a great start to the race here, as we are going to try and make up a few more spots. Really revving the car all the way out, coming down into the Bosch curve, down into third, off the power completely, as now we power out using that camber of that corner. The AI is greatly improved in this sim over the last couple of years, especially 1.6 AI. I think it's improved drastically how much they race. You still do get this little bit of concertina in up where they sort of follow each other.
Hold your line.
As we are going to try and finally get one place after the first couple of laps.
Clear right.
Into the Osterreichring curve for the first time on the actual proper line.
On your left.
As I'm probably going to have to tuck back into the slipstream here as we are going to do a slight lift here. It's very nice. Oh, as there's a Corvette on the side of the road there backwards. Thank God he held his brakes there, that could have been a lot worse. Once again reaching the full extent of the rev range there. Need to be really careful I'm not over revving the engine. So we'll hold third out.
Car left.
Going down this back semi straight to the Bosch curve.
Still there. Clear left.
These sequence of corners are some of my favourite in sim racing. The Bosch curve down, round, then fine. Oh, so we get a big snap of oversteer there going into the braking zone. Going down into Texaco Serve, it's a beautiful set of corners, it really is. I'm nice the AR's giving some lovely space on the outside there. Beautiful livery Porsche. I think the stock liveries on these cars are very well done as well. I'm sure there's a mod out there where I could have got a bit better looking liveries, but I think these definitely do the trick. Do squeeze a couple of spots more now on the exit.
Car right. Clear right. Good pass.
Of the Texaco chicane. So we're not going to go defensive out. Just going to hear it tow it down into third. These Corvettes should pull away on the straight, but I might be able to, as we bump him through, bit of bump drafting going on there, as these two Corvettes should pull away from 201's not the best speed in the terms of what I've got in practice and stuff, as these two side by side, as I'm only just going to lift as we do. Once again find ourselves pushing the Corvette through the corner there. As we do take
left side. Wide, you're on the right.
A little bit off track there, but we'll make the most of it.
Clear left. Come on, that's the stuff. Nice one, Dave.
Don't think we'll be able to hold this position now, going down into the Bosch curve though, as we might get swamped either side here. We are 3 wide, this is absolute madness here.
3 wide.
As we hold the position, don't hold off. We don't have to lift like the AI does, and especially the Corvette in this class. Made up 6 positions already. Well, 5, definitely a good start to the race. There's 7 minutes to go. See if we can gain on. 19th ahead. once again struggling with tyre temps in this sim. Definitely would appreciate some comments below that could help me with increasing the tyre temps. I do increase the camber and stuff and lower tyre pressures, but I do maybe think it's a suspension thing, so any help in the comments below would be really grateful. So we come down the Osterreichring curve again. This Corvette in front will just pull away from me. I'm going to have to wait all the way until Dr. Tirok curve to really gain on it again.
Okay, Dave, halfway home, fuel's good, 20th place. That lap time was 2:00.
I think we overfueled the car a little bit for this run. So once again he has to slow up massively as he loses grip going out of that. As this Porsche definitely gains on the Corvettes. In the twisties, it's just the straights you'll see where that power, extra 200 brake odd horsepower does really, as there he goes, he flies away, not much chance now. This is slowly becoming my favourite corner of the whole course here, just the way the grandstands sort of rotate around this beautiful Bosch curve here, as we are going to shoot up the inside of the Vet.
He's still there.
Come out the other side, got to make sure that we get the Texaco chicane. Now as he's not giving up, he's jumped back up the inside here as he snaps in front of me. Brake checks a little bit. I'm not giving up on this. As I go a little bit wide, pushing him wide, do give him enough space on exit there.
Okay, Dave, the next car is Hurley.
Out the other side of the Texaco chicane now. Run a little bit wide going down into the Osterreichring curve. Only 5 minutes to make some moves now.
5 minutes left. Relax, focus, keep it smooth.
As Jim's telling me to relax and stay focused there. Very helpful. As I hope we don't have to just settle for 19th in this race. Just a very small sprint to just show off how beautiful this track is. Of course, Austrian national Niki Lauda talked about just how dangerous this track was in the 70s. In many interviews he said just how much he enjoyed it, but just how dangerous it was. I definitely think Formula 1 would have seemed a lot more dangerous than these 70 GT cars. Because back in the 70s they'd spend about 70% of the lap on full power, which is just ridiculous when you watch me having to slow this Porsche up so much just to make it through. As we are gaining on these 3 Porsches up ahead. Only 3.5 minutes to go now.
Early in front is now 2.0.
Because I think we maybe were a little bit more too cautious on them first couple of laps. We are slowly catching up to the back of me here. About 5 or 6 cars ahead of us here. Can make some good moves going into these last couple of laps if we're really brave. And I believe a lot of drivers of the 70s said just how brave you had to be around this track to make the most of it. As we've got 4 wide up ahead, further down the road. As we go down the start finish straight. Probably got 2 more laps on us here, as I know they are going to lift here. Going through this first fast section of the track, it's going to give me a run. Down to Tirok, Dr. Tirok's curve. As now it's a battle of the Porsches. There's 4 of us are now going to try and battle towards the end of this race. As taking our time. We're going to really push the boundaries here, going up the inside of the curve as we go slightly touch, barge our way through there, probably not the most race approved way, fighting through the pack, a bit rude, but we do make the move. As a vet touches the grass up ahead a little bit there. Texaco chicane again, brake nice and early on for the first bit of the complex, waiting and waiting and waiting to get on the power as we power out. Oh, the Porsche up ahead goes a bit defensive as we get our gearing a bit messed up. As the Porsche now trying to find its way around the vets as we are quicker in this bit. We run a little bit wide after completely let off the power now, but it gives us a way better exit now. Going on to the start finish straight, we're going to try and tuck back into the slipstream off the vets as they pull away massively.
Nice pass, well done Dave.
P16 now, this is making some moves as both vets are going to let off slightly as we're going to just blip the throttle. Who's going to power us past through? This might be P14 here as we're fighting the vet down into Dr. Tirok's curve as the curve once again gets powers. I've got one right below me. I'm going to shoot it up the inside. So we're a massive backfire of this 3 litre flat 6 here as the back end is starting to fight us now. As we're going to run over the grass, we're definitely going to lose them down into the Bosch curve now. As we are going to stay defensive on the inside line here. Both vets might get us here. That's one, that's two. As we're going to not try to lose too much minimum speed going through that slight kink. Once again, the best curve on the track, I believe. As we'll be able to hold P14 now with a couple of corners to go. Big puff of smoke up ahead as there's a great big lock up as we're going to slowly teeter our way through the Texaco chicane for the last time. Into third. Could use second on this corner just to out with a low end torque of this gearbox, but deciding to play it nice and safe as we have already gapped the 2 Corvettes behind that we were fighting. Last time into Osterreichring's curve. Going to use that power to turn the car as we power all the way out now. This was fun. What cars and what a track.